This is Jack of War, written by Robert Aston and read to you by Robert Sebastian Cooper. Acknowledgements. As with my previous books, I am indebted to Mr. Robert Taylor, former editor of the Black Country Beagle, for serializing what has now become made into the third volume in the Drac trilogy. Among the many sources of information that I have consulted are the histories of Dudley by Mr. John Hemingway and the castles and moated mansions of Staffordshire and the West Midlands County by Mike Salter. Thanks to the management and staff of Dudley Zoological Gardens, who, together with the Guild of the Blessed Saint Edmund, have provided the opportunities to explore the castle and its medieval past. Also invaluable have been the guides for the castles of Tutbury and Kenilworth, and that for St. Mary's Priory at Coventry. And thanks to St. Edmund's Church in Dudley for agreeing for us to use the crown and arrows emblem that is depicted in the stele outside the church as inspiration for our front cover. The staff at Coseley Library have continued their help when struggling with recalcitrant computer software and for obtaining historical articles from distant sources. My heartfelt thanks to my wife Janet for putting up with my irritability when disturbed, for shouldering the burden of the household chores, and, most of all, for suggesting improvements to the manuscript. And a special thank you to all the folks who've made favourable comments about the preceding two stories and who've encouraged me to persevere with this one. I do hope that you like it. Robert Aston, Coseley in the Black Country, 2014-16. Glossary. Yes, with varying degrees of emphasis. Ackerton, jacket padded with layers of cloth for protection. Aventail, male protection for the neck and throat. Bailey, enclosed area adjacent to a motte, sometimes more than one. Baxter, female baker. Bassinet, basin-shaped helmet. Blunts, blunt-headed practice arrows. Bolt, short arrow used with a crossbow. Butts, shooting range for archery practice. Canst thou? Can you? Coif, male protection for the head. Coney, adult rabbit. Cookney, cook's assistant. Crustades, pastries. Deosil, clockwise as the sun moves across the sky in the northern hemisphere. Destrier, warhorse. Donjon, massive stronghold tower, now known as the Keep. Fletchings, feathers or flights of an arrow. Garderobe, toilet. Grimoire, book of magical lore. Hauberk, shirt or mail or overlapping plates to protect the upper body. Lancet, tall and narrow windeye, usually pointed at the top. Lanthorn, lantern. Lenten, the season now known as spring. Mail, interlinked iron rings. Maul, heavy wooden mallet used for smashing enemy helmets or the heads of old relatives. Mott, mound on which the donjon stands. Nock, hard pieces at the ends of a bow or at fletched end of an arrow. The ordainers, barons who seek to restrain their king's excesses. Palfrey, horse for ordinary riding. Pervice, man-sized shield that stands upright on the ground. Poppet, doll.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?